Hello friends! I got another vintage paint video for you guys. This is vintage Rowney, which the equivalent now is Daler Rowney because their companies merged in the 1980s around about. I don't really know how old this is exactly. This could be anywhere from the 1920s to the 1940s. I have no idea. It's hard to date. Winsor & Newton is easier to date because I find a lot of their catalogs on eBay and just Google that actually have the images and the year of the catalog, and Rowney not so much. And the plastic cap, the caps get lost all the time. It's not indicative of age, and normally these would be enamel on the Winsor & Newton tubes, but the modern tubes don't do enamel either, so I don't know. George Rowney & Co. were George Rowney & Co. limited for a little while, but again, that doesn't really tell me the age. I don't know if this is genuine emerald green or not. I will test that, but it also takes about a week after you mix it with a cadmium yellow to know for sure. And I will update you next week, I guess, if that is or isn't. But what mostly I want to do here is compare it to modern emerald green hue. Again, this is somewhere between the 1920s and the 1950s. I don't know, and that is a big gap of years. Emerald, we're going to take a look at the bottle now. Emerald green, made in England. It got a little Series C on it. I bought this on an eBay listing where they actually opened the tube and took some out, which is not the greatest thing I want them to do. But also, it did tell me that I guess you can take it out and it opens. But emerald green is also extremely toxic. The original is anyway. That's why it's a modern hue now, because it's not toxic now. And yeah, don't get genuine emerald green on your hands, and that's why I'm wearing gloves. Don't eat the emerald green. It's not tasty. Yeah. Emerald green used to be used in a lot of dyes, and that's why a lot of Victorian people were just poisoned all the time, because they were wearing green outfits with the dyes and was making direct contact with their skin. The Victorian era was wild. They're also eating mummies, but that's a different story. And we are going to take a little look-see over there. It looks nice and green. And we are going to mix it with a little bit of, come on, there we go. A little bit of titanium, well, okay, Superba white. I don't think it matters which white we use. And also with a little bit of cadmium yellow that I'm going to mix and see what color it turns next week. And we are going to try to, okay, we're going to do it this way. Ooh, it is a little bit stiff. There we go, but it did come out, and that is good. That is very good. I'm trying to use as small amount as possible, so in case it is genuine, I want to actually use this on something. And I already got some on my glove, and that's why we wear gloves. Okay, we got a, oof, it is smooth though, look at that. And we're gonna put this over here. Yeah, look at that. That is a beautiful, beautiful green. We're gonna mix with a little bit of Titan white. Okay, fine, not Titan white, Superba white. I'm sorry, but it might as well be Titan white. I'm sorry, Grumbacker? Someone correct me. It's like, it might as well. I like Superba white. This is stiff. This is not coming out. What happened here? When did this happen? Time to get a new Titan white. Woohoo! Okay. Are you Titan white? You are not. Where the heck? Okay. Fine. Sorry for the delay. We have Old Holland Titan white. My paint is on the other side of the room. Now we got actual Titan white. Now the gods are happy. Okay, I'm going to like separate this a smidge. Yeah. We're just going to mix it with a little, that was maybe too much white for this green, but I don't want to use out any more green. It's very light green, yeah. Got a little bit of that going. Now we're going to clean off the palette knife. And I forgot to prop open the garbage once again. Okay. We're going to clean off the palette knife. Garbage noises. Yeah. Now we're going to mix with, I hope cadmium yellow pale works as well as yellow cadmium yellow, because I have no idea where my actual cadmium yellow is. I have a pile of yellow paints that I cannot, I have too many paints, guys. Okay, good job, Winsor & Newton. Good job. That was a fart. That was a fart that came out of that bottle. Modern Winsor & Newton sometimes leaves something to be desired. Come, I can't close this tube. This tube will not close. There we go. Eventually we got it. I got some Titan yellow on my hand. Got some cadmium yellow on my hand. And that's why we wear gloves. Woohoo. Yeah. Okay. That's why we wear gloves when we're working with paints. There we go. If this is genuine emerald green, this will turn brown in a week. Yeah. If it is not genuine, it will stay whatever color that is. It's not full mixed, I admit. But like, it's greenish enough. It's mixed enough. Gotta clean off my little plastic palette knife. Garbage noises. Okay, we're gonna move this to the side. And now we have emerald green hue. Just take a look at the bottle. It's Georgian Oil. Georgian Oil was actually a brand that they used for quite some time. Ryan DeMarie, I've talked about his homemade paints before. He actually sells a lot of vintage paints as well. And Georgian Oil is a brand that's been seen on one of his vintage Daler Rowney sets. Daler sets? Rowney sets? Yes, the Rowney sets. And Georgian Oil was a trademark that they used at least for a century. But again, this is the only one we have today. So, this doesn't have Georgian Oil on it as a brand, but I don't know. Again, it could be two different lines or it could be exactly the same. There is no way to tell with the information I have at hand. So we got, ooh, this is much more green. It's like a darker little, yeah, that's definitely darker. The modern tints, they tend not to, they can't be exactly by virtue of what they are. They're copycats. Yeah. That is darker in every shape and form. Okay. Also, there's a glob on there. You got that. It's more opaque though. Like you can definitely, it's more opaque than the vintage one, but nevertheless, we are not going to mix the modern one with, or maybe I should. Maybe I should just for comparison's sake. I do not know. Titan White from Old Holland. I will, at least I'm not afraid to like waste modern emerald hue because it's modern hue, and I think I spent 13 bucks on this bottle. It wasn't, this might be because I didn't mix as much white as the previous one, but still, it definitely is a different green. It is definitely darker than the vintage. But we are actually going to mix some yellow. We are gonna mix some yellow just for comparison's sake, just to see if the other one tints or not. Yeah, we got some. Gonna put the titanium white over there. Look how professional I am. Absolutely nothing is in frame. Absolutely nothing is centered correctly. It's just all a mess. All a mess. Gonna put a little bit of cadmium yellow light. It popped out a little bit. Yeah. Okay, Winsor & Newton, we gotta have a conversation about your quality control. Because there apparently is none. I got yellow all over my bottle. Eek. There is no quality control at Winsor & Newton. That's a different green. Yeah, that is a different green entirely though. Okay, we got the vintage emerald green of an unknown age, somewhere between 1920s, 1950s, even 60s. I don't know. It depends when they stopped using paper. When they stopped using paper labels, and I have no catalogs from Rowney to tell me This is the Modern U, which is definitely a different green. Transparency, the modern one is definitely not as transparent. And they make completely different greens. And I will update you on the next video, whatever that video may be next week, over if this actually goes brown or not, and if this was an actual genuine emerald green, or if not. And it doesn't matter, I actually didn't spend that much money on this because someone on eBay put it for about 20 bucks, and I jumped on it immediately. I was like, okay, yeah, that's a good price. And yeah, that's what we got today. We got emerald green. Vintage or not. Genuine or not. Vintage, yes, but age unknown. So, yeah. Thank you for watching, guys. Watch next week. Thank you. Like and subscribe. Awkward thumbs up from my paint. Yeah. Thank you. It helps with the algorithm. Thank you. Goodbye.